Welcome to your weekly spiritual guidance provided by the Spiritual Counseling TV network. This is for the week of March 14th through the 20th of 2022. Now, this is already well into the week of March, so I am excited because this is us already being midway point through taking action on these goals that we've set for ourselves at the beginning of the year, but also for this month of March. And if this is something that you don't do at this moment, which is set your monthly goals, I definitely suggest you start this new habit, because I feel that on this, I want to say it's the third week of March that we're in already. I feel like it's almost a pause that we are about to experience. This is one step back to move two steps forward. And this step back, which is gonna require reflection, a lot of introspection, and even analyzation of what's been happening this whole year, how we've been progressing, how we've been improving, becoming better people, and even evolving on our soul journey, is gonna tell us a lot about ourselves, about our growth, and where we're heading, and what we need to change as well. Lots of us already know what needs to change, but there is more clarification happening this week. And the only way that we can really gain this clear clarification is through complete reflection, downtime even, and taking some time out. I think that's going to be very important this week, because I feel like with all of this action in midair in our life, it's almost taking our mind off just in the moment. And we're needing this clarification, because this is going to set the tone as to where we're going to end up at the end of this year, right? We've been talking about this these past 2 weeks, and we all know that something needs to change, because there's a missing piece in our life. There's like a hole. There's even unhappiness in some people, or at least something is yet to be perfect. And I know that perfection is illusory and unattainable per se, but at the end of the day, we do want to feel some sort of perfection in our life, like we're exactly where we're meant to be, which is something that you should always be feeling. But at times, God will guide you in a better direction if you feel like you don't belong where you're at right now, or like you're not meant to be where you're at, or maybe by the people that you're surrounded with. Maybe you think that they're not the people who are going to be with you 5-10 years down the road. And I feel like there is a lot of temporariness that we're experiencing at this time, and I feel like this is gonna continue even to the end of this year, because again, we're still undergoing this metamorphosis. So everything is metamorphosizing, including our relationships, the people who we are close to now, but really not, because it's like a superficial kind of closeness, right? There's so much depthness that can go into a relationship that I feel like none of us have yet to feel. And if you do feel it, I feel like it's just more spiritually, which means that you're having a relationship with your higher self. And this is what's going to get us through this time, is by knowing ourselves that much more deeper and better during these tough times, because we need to be our own rock. We need to be our own best friend. There's a lot of changes that we're going to be going through, so it's going to feel like a lot of instability. A lot of our world is going to be shaken up, but that's for the better. And I feel like it is happening both actually literally, like physically. Maybe you are changing things around, maybe in your environment. Maybe a lot of you are moving, and if you're not moving, then you're definitely renovating, like myself. And there's going to be like a whole new vibe to where you're at, and that's almost like moving, right? Remember that when you move home, it's more about the energetic move that counts. So it doesn't need to be a physical home. So that's going to play a huge part. You might be moving relationships as well. So if you're in a romantic partnership, for those of you who are in partnerships, and this is something that's been relatively short term, then you're gonna find that it's not something that you really want. Sometimes we do need to go through those relationships, right? You need to experience what you don't want to realize what it is that you do want. And I feel like this is the clarification that's coming up. We're discovering and really being honest with ourselves about what we really want. And we've already experienced what we don't want during these times, even the past 2 to 3 years. And we've been in search for something better, for something deeper. Even the spiritual journey has opened up a lot of doors has given us a lot of answers about what more is there to this life. And I feel like this is why some of you might even feel a little melancholy this week, because you feel like there's something more to life that you have yet to experience, or you feel like something's missing. And a lot of this can happen when, of course, you know, you're not where you want to be at, like when it comes to your dreams. And this is what's the only thing that's keeping us moving forward, is these dreams in our heart, these deep desires, knowing that we need to believe that it's possible. And if you are a believer, then you know that it's possible and that it's still available. But it's all about temperance. It's all about patience and time. And this is where we're really being tested during these times, is to be more patient. And I find that the best way to be patient and really master this skill is by entertaining yourself in the moment, doing something else to get your mind off whatever it is that's worrying you or taking away from your peace. You know, I've been keeping myself busy during these times, and by simply keeping myself busy doing things that I enjoy, that I love, like it could be as simple as artwork, it could be as simple as, you know, your own like just beauty rituals or spa days, or like anything that's going to get you off your mind, reading a good book, watching a funny movie. These are ways that I've really learned to enjoy the moment that I am living in right now, right? Without thinking about the past, which will only bring pain, will only bring even nostalgia, and without thinking about the future, about what could be, because it's not there yet. And that would be thinking ahead. That would be thinking even into like just the ethereal, in the nothingness, because it's yet to happen. Even the future per se is not yet set in stone, because like I said, we might have a vision. You can be a visionary all you want. You can even be a prophet. You can be a great fortune teller. But even you can't tell exactly what's going to happen in the future. Only God can. So it would be a waste of energy and time trying to figure out exactly how the future is going to look like, because it's not really set in stone according to our expectations or what we think we're receiving as visions, because even our visions come in metaphoric forms. So trust me, you know, I have a lot of these, and it's always a tweak to that vision in per se. It can feel like it was just like it, but there's just something still that you didn't either see coming or you didn't expect it. And it usually is better anyway. So we just need to trust God and surrender and just live in the moment, not worry about what's next, because the moment is what counts. And it's how you deal with this present moment that is also going to determine your future. Because yes, a lot of people can miss out on their destiny, believe it. And you don't want to be one of those people. So how do you stay on track with your destiny? Because yes, destiny and fate is written in the stars. But if you're not putting in the work, if you're not following God's guidance, you might miss out on that boat. That could be your dream partnership. Maybe you're holding on to someone from your past, and you might miss this boat of your true partnership because you're trying to hold on to someone who's not yours. Or maybe you are holding on to a job or a career that doesn't resonate with you anymore, and you're gonna miss out on your real potential dream future because you're so stuck on the past or trying to make something work out that is not even meant to work out. You see where I'm getting at? These are ways that we can miss out on our dream, on our future, on our destiny, and on our fate. It is written in the stars, but it's not just going to happen just miraculously. Now, people get confused with the word miracle. Miracles are real, but only when we put some kind of effort into it or even energy into it, right? For example, you know, if someone's sick and they're about to die, and science can only go so far to save that person, miracles can definitely save that person. But it was already because God already had that written in his plan to save that person, because maybe he was going to be an example for God. Something along those lines, right? God chooses his miracles wisely. And it's not just like everything can just be a miracle as well. Some ways that God performs his miracles is by actually saying no, or taking something away from you that you thought was best for you, but really is not, especially down the line, because maybe it might be great in the moment, but it's not the best in the future, you see? So we need to learn how to sacrifice also the good and the great for the best. And now I'm just getting this because I used to say sacrifice the good for the great, right? But now God is telling me sacrifice the good the great too, so that you can receive the best. So now there's 3 levels. We've also been upgraded this week, and we're realizing that there's actually the best out there for us. And this is like the one partnership for you. This is your one dream career. There's this one thing in every area of your life that is the best for you and you down the line as well. So your future self and your higher self, your soul's path. And so we're really needing to be honest with ourselves, and it's going to require even a lot of tears, because you're going to need to let go of things that might seem great right now, but it's not the best. And this can be anything. This can be something in your lifestyle as well. This could be as simple as patterns, habits, but it can also be something bigger, like relationships, a career that you're in, or a way of living. So any extreme, any scale on that, any level on that scale is going to be determined this week, and it's going to be shifted. And this shift this week is going to be so amazing, because this is what's going to rejuvenate us. This is what's going to help us to love life again, because we're going to regain this passion. We're going to realize that yes, there is something to live for. And if you have been feeling this monotonous feeling, or like this stale energy, right? Think of like a heart rate that's just blank. It's no longer beating. If you feel like your life's been this way, that's because something needs. So that's God's way of telling us that something needs to change. And that's what I'm feeling for this week. You know, last week I started a new live stream on my Instagram where we do an extended weekly message with even using the cards that we use for our daily. So definitely check it out, because that's extra messages that we get for the week, building off what we mentioned in this video. So that's it for today. I'm going to start filming your daily morning spiritual guidance. Make sure that you check out today's Monday's daily morning spiritual guidance for extra inspiration about living your best life and starting the week and your day right. So thank you all for joining me, and enjoy your morning coffee as usual. I'll see you all today later. Namaste.